Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mandira Thakur from KnoWerX Education. I extend my warm welcome to each one of you joining today's webinar. We are thrilled to have Mr. Ravindra Tulsyan, a recognized EPICS master trainer and supply chain expert, to guide you through supplier relationship management program. Request everyone to keep themselves on mute and turn off the videos as it might create disturbance. If you have any queries, please mention in the chat box. We will be having a Q&A session after Ravindra sir walks through SRM program. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mandira. And have you started recording?
Yes, sir. The recording has been started.
All right, okay. So I think all of you are aware about KnoWerX Education. I won't spend time there. So I'll start with quickly start with Supplier Relationship Management Program that is coming from ASCM. All right, so let me. I made some points. So I think this I would expect that this session to be more interactive. A lot of I have support from my colleagues here who are joined on this call on this presentation. So briefly, we'll talk about ASCM Supplier Relationship Management Certificate. All right. So if you have any question, yeah, in fact, you can unmute also, and if you want to put in chat box, you can do that also. Either way, it's fine. There is no problem. All right, so begin with talking about ASCM. I'm not sure all of you know background of ASCM, the history of ASCM. ASCM was formed in 1957, right? So it's a long back. How many years back? Almost 65, 70 years back, So ASCM was formed. And originally it was known as American Production and Inventory Control Society. That was the name of this organization. And it was more focused in the US. That was the beginning. Later on, actually, it started spreading its wings internationally. And that American word became little not so relevant. So this association, this society started calling themselves APICS rather than American Production and Inventory Control Society. Now, further, this organization actually became quite strong in terms of revenues, in terms of the surplus that it made and the growth and positive programs and so on. And there were other associations which were not doing well, which was bleeding. And one was Supply Chain Council. Supply Chain Council has a background. It's also another association that was quite good, and it actually developed a model called SCORE model. So if you are familiar with the SCORE model, you know the Supply Chain Council. It came from Supply Chain Council. And that merged into APICS in 2014. So 2014, it merged into APICS. And SCORE became the property of APICS that time. And there's another association, again, American Society of Transportation and Logistics. And we were partners of APICS since 1992. I mean, we meaning KnoWerX Education. KnoWerX Education was partner of APICS since 1992. But then, we also became a partner of ASTNL, American Society of Transportation Logic. But eventually, American Society of Transportation Logistics got merged into APICS in 2015. So APICS, Supply Chain Council merged into APICS and American Society of Transportation Logistics merged into APICS. So if you really see that American Society of APICS started from production inventory management, but because of they acquired transportation, American Society of Transportation Logistics, they got into that space also, and therefore the organization renamed itself as the Association of Supply Chain Management, ASCM, in 2018, before COVID, but it still retains the APICS as the brand within the organization, especially for certifications. So the certifications are still known as APICS CPIM, APICS CLTD, APICS CSCP, and so on. So this is the certification. So this organization, I think for all of you who are not aware, is a not-for-profit organization. So it's registered in the US as not-for-profit. So there are certain, I think, legalities to introduce to raise a not-for-profit organization. That means no one takes the profit out from the organization. So if we generate a surplus, which we do, the surplus remains with the association, and whatever surplus that we generate, we reinvest into more research, developing new programs, and that is exactly what we do. And so, so right now the association is an international education organization. Apart from the membership that it provides, because this association is member driven, members drive this organization. There is no owner as such. The members elect a board of directors, and board of directors, guide the entire organization. So the topmost authority which drives the organization is board of directors, and board of directors are supported by full-time staff. So we have a CEO, we have vice presidents, we have, like a normal organization, we have permanent staff, and the board members usually are not full-time, associated with ASCM, but the staff is, working full-time for the association. So we actually offer certification programs and some training tools. We have training tools. We have network opportunities. So we have network opportunities in terms of membership, in terms of online groups for members. We have conferences, we have seminars. So we have a lot of membership, so networking opportunities, for the purpose of increasing workplace performance in supply chain. So the idea about the association, the way the association started, was essentially to say that whatever we practice, we don't learn usually in our universities, and whatever we learn in our universities, we really don't practice. So there was a gap, disconnect. So, the association was formed in 1957 by practitioners, by all practitioners. So idea of the association is to increase workspace performance by imparting practice-oriented education, knowledge, skills. So this mission of this organization is to advance end-to-end supply chain management, right? So that's association, this objective. There is a website, so there's a lot of details. If you go to website, you can go to website and you can see what the association is all about, what does it do, who are the staff members, who are the board of directors. So if you want to know more details, you can go to the website and you can get all the details. Now, our association started in 1992. So basically, I did my CPM certification in 1985. I was in the US, I came back here, and then I thought that those exams which leads to CPIM should also happen in India, and therefore I pursued APICS to start conducting exams in India, and finally they agreed in 1992. And since 1992, we started certification exams in India, right? So initially, of course, there were very few people taking exam, and then kept on growing. And today, actually, we are the largest in the world, outside US, outside North America. We are largest in the world. So this year's conference that happened in Austin, Texas, okay, we received the award for the topmost partner in Asia Pacific, not only in Asia Pacific, but globally, the, the topmost partner. So I think we have been partner for more than 32 years now, more than 32 years. So it's long, long time. And, we have worked with, and then we have so many exams that have been conducted and so many people who are certified. And we have trained almost most of the large organizations in India, uh, you know, a lot of companies. So that is what we have done. And many people who have taken education and training certification from us, okay, they have vouched that their career have taken off, so they have got much better knowledge, their work performance improved. And, as a result, that indirect benefit is that they have been able to grow in career faster and faster. Okay, so that is briefly what I want to talk about, ASCM and KnoWerX. If you have any question, you can interrupt me and you can ask me the question. I'll be happy to answer, because I've been associated with Apex for a long, long time, since 1985. I have been into some of their committees, to help Apex grow, help Apex develop programs. So I've been into some of the committees, so I have a lot of insights of how exams are conducted, how questions are developed, and how testing is done, and so on. Right. So let me actually go further. So I think, first of all, I think most of you know ASCM or APIX by the certification programs. Very, very popular certification program worldwide. Worldwide. Okay. So if you start searching, any person who is CPIM certified, probably you will find people who are present in more than 125 countries in the world, right? So people who will be CPM certified, and so on. So CPM is the oldest certification that was launched. Okay, that was launched in 1973. And CPM has undergone lot of changes, lot of, when I took the exam in 1985, it had only 4 exams, and the exams names were different. But then, they kept on changing the structure as per the industry demand, and more topics, more subjects were added, some were cut down, number of exams increased, then decreased. So all these kind of things happened. So I think from 4 exams, we went to 6 exams, from 6 we went to 7 exams. Out of 7 exams, we had only 6 exams to be given. One was optional, any one was optional. Then we went to 5 exam, and we remained with 5 exam in CPM for a long time. And in 2016, I think we had a committee. I was part of the committee where we said, can we cut down the number of exams? Because a person taking the first exam got tired, and, by the time people reached the 5th exam, many people dropped out. So that was not a good sign to have. So if we change the number of exams in CPIM from 5 to 2, and eventually, I think 2 years back, we changed it from 2 to 1. So now it's a single exam certification. So certified in planning and inventory management. Then during, I think, some time in between, there was approximately 1992. In 1992, the term supply chain management was coined. So that term came very new, but there was a lot of confusion what supply chain management is, what it's supposed to do. And there was some clarity, in about the beginning of the year of decade 2000, this some clarity developed. And using that, I think Apex developed a new certification program called CSCP, Certified Supply Chain Professional, and that was launched in 2006. In 2006, so I think 2006 was the time when CSCP was launched, and I took the exam of CSCP in 2006. Subsequently, after the merger of ASTNL in 2015, Apex launched another certification that was certified in logistics, transportation, distribution, CLTD. And by that time, to 2016, the exams which used to be paper and pencil multiple choice exam were converted into computer-based testing, CBT. And so I think CBT started sometime in 2014. And so 2016 was a computer-based exam of CLTD. And probably I was the first one to take that exam. In last year, we developed one more, we restructured score. So there was this score model that was being, redesigned, reviewed and redesigned again and again, expanded. So score, we start with the version 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, so 12, 13. So like that we started. And score framework kept on growing. And along with the score framework, we also attached an implementation, transformation implementation, topics. And we were also, teaching that topic. So I think so. So that was there. The implementation was there. So and then subsequently in 2023, we wanted to separate the framework and the implementation part. So we created a certification. So earlier there was a program called Score P, and then we separated that P part of it, the exam part of it, certification part of it. And now we have a certification for transformation. So this certification is good for team, the core team members and the consultants who actually lead a transformation in the organization of supply chain. That was launched in 2013. So these are 4 programs that we have, and there are still some more programs in the pipeline, some more certification in the pipeline that is going to be launched. Now, many people felt that the certification is very big, more detailed, very taxing, and we want something very quick to learn, something very quick to get certificate, sorry, not certification, certificate. So ASCM started launching certificate programs. Now you may ask a question, what is the difference between certificate and certification? In certification, you get a title, CPIM, CSCP, CLTD, CTSC, that you can put in front of your name. So for example, I can write Ravindra Tulsyan, CPIM, CSCP, CLTD, CTSC. Okay. So that is a certification. And there is more, I would say very lot of structured approach, lot of, I think the industry standard has to be followed to call themselves certification. So the way exams are conducted, the way the scores are evaluated, the way questions are developed. So there is a big, I would say, science behind certifications. So it's not that simply somebody takes the exam. It's not like that. Certifications have a big management science by itself, and so as ASCM, we try to conform to that science. So this is all audited, and we stick to that standard. and therefore you can attach a title. And some of the universities in the US also give you a credit, for these certifications, right? So if you enroll into MS program, you can get certain credits if you are certified. Now, coming to certificates, these are very short courses. What we have done because of today's environment, which is more self-study, more of technology-driven, more IT-driven. So what we have done is that we have created small certificates. Okay, these certificates are not certification. At the end of the certification, you may not attach a title, but you get a badge. That badge you can display in your LinkedIn, in your signature, you can display this badge. So you get a badge actually. So what we have done is we have developed till now, we have developed 6 such certificates, 6. And there are more certificates in the pipeline. There are more which are coming in the pipeline. So these are more of a micro learning, not a big learning, micro learning, specialized topics. So these are the topics that we have in terms of certificates: supplier relationship management, supply chain technology certificate. So a lot of talk is being done about big data, blockchain, IoTs, 3D printing technology, autonomous vehicles. So this lot of technology is being talked about. Okay, and people wonder what these technologies are, how it can help supply chain field. So we developed a certificate for technology. Okay, we developed also a certificate on resilience. So I think again there was, especially after COVID, there was a requirement of risk and resilience certificate. So I think we put together a resilience certificate, so you can learn about how to make your supply chain more resilient. Then about planning. So some planners who focus heavily on planning, they can use this certificate to learn the principles of planning. Again, then you have a certificate from on warehousing, again specializing on warehousing. Then you have certificate on procurement. So we collaborated with SIPs. Many of you who may be in a purchasing function may be familiar with SIPs, which is based in the UK. So we collaborated with SIPs and then developed a certificate on procurement. So these are certificates we have developed, and there are more certificates in the pipeline. So these are coming from ASCM. I have not covered some certificates that is coming from KnoWerX Education. So we have our own programs also. We call them PGP, Professional Growth Programs. So I'm not going to talk about that. If someone wants to know more about that, you can be in touch with our team and we will give you more details, right? So a little bit more about the certificate programs, what these are. These are absolutely world-class education. These certificates will be recognized worldwide. So this will equip you in demand expertise. So a lot of, as you can clearly see that these are the topics which are highly in demand. So many people would like to know that, a very flexible way. You don't have to have a huge big syllabus and spend 6 months to learn, and so the investment is low. The time, so both money and time investment is low, and depending on, of course, your availability of time, this is much quicker as compared to certification programs, which are much bigger and more advanced and much heavier. Key benefits, I think the whole idea is that, the individuals, the professional, these certificates will help you in career advancement. And once you have the certificate and you display your badge, your credibility increases. As a supply chain professional, your credibility increases and helps you in staying current. So how does it work for you? So what you do is, out of the 6 certificates that you have, that I had shown here the list, I mean, currently only 6, but we are going to add more certificates. You select the certificate topic that you would like to, pursue. And then after you pay the fee to us, we give you access of a self-paced program, right? A self-paced program. We also help you by enrolling into a training. So we have a training program attached to the self-paced program. And based on that, you can prepare, you can study the self-paced program online, plus our training program, and eventually you pass the exam. And once you pass the exam, you get a certificate, okay? And you get the badge. The badge you can display on your LinkedIn profile, on your email, you can or display the badge. So that you can do. So this is how it works. Any questions so far? Okay, I think uh, there are some questions. Let me check. Okay, I think that we will address, our team can address little later. I feel that. And so this, I think then we'll talk a little bit more about how does this work. This is a self-paced program of 20 hours, 20 hours of education. In this 20 hours of education, you have the study material, you have flashcards, you have video clips, you have practice questions, and there are some more, material that is there. It's supported by 8 to 16 hours of KnoWerX training. So depending on the topic that we have, out of 6 topics. And there is an online comprehensive final exam, which is there. And you earn your certificate and a digital badge that you can display on LinkedIn profile and email signature. Along with that, you also get 20 certification maintenance points. As you may be aware that, we have CPIM, CSCP, CLTD, and CTSC. So these certifications require maintenance. Certificates don't require maintenance, but certification requires maintenance. Certificates are valid for lifetime. Okay, certification don't require any maintenance. Certificates don't require. Yeah. Now let us talk about Supplier Relationship Management Certificate, SRM. So, like other certificates that we have, it provides you with concepts, tools, and trends. But this one is related to supplier relationship management, right? So, what are the main, benefits that you will be able to identify, evaluate, and deepen supplier and vendor relationships? Negotiate supplier contracts and agreements in a better way. Evaluate and monitor the benefits and risks associated with suppliers. Enhance efficiency of your organization and drive value across your supply chain. So these are the benefits. This is what has been kept in mind while we have developed the certificates of SRM. And to give you more details, this is organized in 6 modules. And these 6 modules are introduction, supplier selection and evaluation, supplier development, supplier performance management, supplier risk management, and the best practices. So these are developed into 6 modules. And there are more details are there. You can see, I mean, I'm not going to read all these slides or transparencies. You can take a minute and you can read it. As I said, there are 6 modules are there. These are the contents of the first module. So these are the contents as far as the supplier relationship management introduction is concerned. So we talk about importance and types and everything we talk about, right? So this is introduction. Then we talk about supplier selection and evaluation. A lot of questions come about how to go about selection. Do we have a template about evaluation? So, we discuss all these concepts that we use in supplier selection and evaluation. So, I think the important ones are how to go about identifying potential suppliers, how to evaluate their capability in terms of qualification, segmentation. So we talk about that. And remember, we have some case studies also. Even in module 1, we have some case studies that can help you understanding better. And we even in module 2, we have case studies, so that can help you understand better. So module 3 is about supplier development, how to go about developing a supplier, what is really involved, the process, collaboration, case study. So we talk about all this. I think supplier collaboration have been uh, mentioned twice. Anyway, right. And then we have supplier performance management, how to measure the performance. So guidelines and some examples. Evaluating supplier performance, how to give feedback to suppliers, how we can help them improve performance. So this is about module 4. And then we have module 5 about risk management. I think this is again become quite an important topic after COVID, how to manage risk. Because after the COVID lockdown was lifted, lot of organizations face challenges in terms of supplier supplies, and they realize it's not only the tier 1 supplier, it could be tier 2 supplier, tier 3 supplier, which is creating the risk. So what are the risks, how to assess risks, and how to manage risks? So this is all about risk management from a supplier point of view. Then we talk about best practices. So we talk about SRM framework, relationship practices, technologies, and case studies. As you would appreciate, there's a lot of software also which call themselves supplier relationship management software. Okay, so there are various modules are there in the SRM software, like auction software, reverse auction, forward auctions. So that idea is that, if we use this technology, it makes the interaction between organization and supplier very smooth, faster. That is the whole idea about supplier relationship management. So these are the contents of these actually 6 modules. Now, as far as the exam is concerned, coming to the exams are online, so you can take it from your home, you can take it from your office. And there are 72 questions, multiple choice questions. And there are 6 modules, so we have 12 questions from each module, making it 72 questions. Passing percentage is 70%. And there are no negative markings. So negative marking is not there, so you can answer every question. Exam duration is 2 hours, 2 hours given there. Results are shown immediately. As soon as you complete the exam, you get the results. Now, let's say if you for any reason, let's say you're not able to clear the exam, you can go back, study, and come back and take the exam again. So there is no limit of validity of the exam. So you can take the exam any number of times. So what actually we offer, as part of the entire package is a membership. If you're already a member, then of course we can give you some concession in the fee, but it includes membership for 1 year. It includes access to LMS. So there is an LMS that you can access where all the study material, all the case studies and everything will be there, and you can access that LMS. And in same LMS, you have access to flashcards and video clips and practice questions, all that are available. So you can access those in the same envelope, LMS. And then we will give you 12 hours training. So this is on top of the LMS that you have and the study material, which is estimated to take 20 hours. Apart from that, we have 12 hours of online training. And there is, of course, exam assessment that is also part of the package that we have. And this is a typical batch that you get. So any questions?
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the charges for this certificate? One certificate?
Okay, actually, my team can answer that question. You can contact them, and we can give you the charges. That is not a problem. Okay.
So this is one certificate will the 20 the maintenance point that will be given by this certificate.
Right.
That is for 1 year only.
So maintenance points, as you know, if you are certified, whether CPIM, CSCP, CLTD, or CTSC, you have to maintain the certification every 5 years.
Yes, sir.
And every 5 years, you have to collect 75 points.
Yes, sir.
So this will part of that 75 points. So you get 20 points here. Other 35 points you have to collect from elsewhere. So for example, if you are an Apex member,
yes, sir.
then you collect 6 points every year you are a member. So let's say for 5 years you are a member, you collect 30 points. So totally
Yes.
you have to collect 75 points. And once you collect 75 points, you can apply for revalidation, and then you are revalidated for another 5 years.
Got it, sir.
Thank you. So Mandira, are there any questions here in the chat box or somewhere? You can actually unmute and you can ask questions. That's not a problem.
Mr. Nachiket was having a question, but I have replied to him back, sir.
Okay, what was the question? Come.
Yeah, so Mr. Nachiket has completed his Bachelor of Science and now pursuing PGDM in SEM through distance education. So can he get benefit after he completed the certification of ASEM? Because generally people says that you will be getting good job in supply chain only if you have engineering background. So I have replied to his message, sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah, actually that is not necessary. Engineering degree, that is not necessary.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any other question you may have about certifications, about certificates, about SRM certificate?
Sir, is there any placement support after completion of this certificate?
Is there any what?
Placement, job placement.
Yeah,
Support.
so we have we actually help by enrolling into a WhatsApp group, and a lot of jobs are being posted there. So every day some people post some requirements. So I think you can apply there, and that is being provided. That is being provided.
From where we can get that WhatsApp group name?
So you contact our team, we'll help you.
Okay.
Okay, I think no questions, no more questions. Should we wind up? Shall we close the session, Mandira?
Okay, if no one has any questions, then thank you, Ravi sir, for sharing the valuable information. And I will request everyone to check the chat box. This it is a Google review. I will appreciate everyone to give a small feedback on how you find the webinar. Just one or two sentences will be enough. I would also like to inform that the session has been recorded, so you can refer to it in our KnoWerX YouTube channel. If you have any furthermore queries, you can connect with us. The contact number is displaying on the screen. You can take a screenshot of it and connect further for your queries. Please do reach out to us. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'll keep the screen on for some time till everybody disconnects, so you can take the numbers and email IDs if you wish. Thank you so much.